Testing, 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 testing. All right, think we good. Let me share this stream, then we're gonna get started. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Hold up, I just heard a beep. I don't know what that was. I think we good still. All right, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Keith back with another live trading live stream. Today is Sunday, January 18th, 2026. We're finna do our weekly analysis for the week of July 19th through the 23rd. Okay. Um, First thing first, y'all know that we got to go over our economic calendar. If anybody want to know where we get our information for the economic calendar from, we get it off of investing.com. We put the news on 3-Star News, and yeah, that's pretty much it. US only news. So we can go over our economic calendar, then we're gonna go over the earnings reports, and then we're going to jump on the charts. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. Coming into this week, Monday, 19th, 2026, January 19th, 2026. Market for stocks is closed. It is a U.S. holiday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So the market will be closed on Monday. Will be closed on Monday for options. For futures, on the other hand, I believe we have a half a day, so we will be open until 12 noon. Um, but yeah, pretty much no news Monday. No news on Monday. Going to January 20th, 2026. As we see, it's not up here on the calendar, so it's not any 3-Star News coming out on Tuesday. So it should be just a regular day. Tuesday should just be a regular day. Just normal trades. Might be a little volatility since we don't technically open on Monday for options. I don't even think it'll bring volatility. I think it'll just probably make us gap. We might see a gap on Tuesday for options. But other than that, I think it's gonna be a normal Tuesday. Wednesday. Only one news is reported so far for Wednesday, January 22nd, and that is President Trump speaks. That brings a lot of variety in the market. Could potentially go up, could potentially go down, could potentially just sit there and be stagnant. Really depends on what Trump does, what he says, and then even after he speaks, you gotta watch out for any tweets he have throughout the day. That definitely also be huge factors to the market. Even without being announced, them tweets will come out of nowhere and cause the market to move, So gotta be careful, especially be on your P's and Q's. Because I feel like after he speak, he might end up putting a tweet out later that evening. So be on your P's and Q's when President Trump speaks. Of course, the news or the release for him speaking is at 7:30. So that's before we trade in the market. So that's a good thing about that. That is before we trade in the market. I don't know if he'll be done once market open or if he'll still be talking during that time. We just have to see. But Wednesday, I say Wednesday, be kind of cautious. That's probably the day you got to be a little cautious on. And y'all know Wednesdays, I always expect reversals. Usually, if it's gonna do a pullback or reversal, usually Wednesday is the initiator for it. So be on the lookout for that. Now, going into Thursday, January 22nd, we have a lot of news on Thursday. We got GDP 7:30, initial jobless claims 7:30, core PCE at 9 a.m. Core PCE, we got core PCE twice. at 9. And then at 11, I don't know why. Why the world at 11 look like that? I don't know why it's looking like that. It's like bolded. But at 11, we got crude oil. Um, really, really, really jam-packed news in the beginning of the day, starting the day off. GDP definitely nice news event. Jobless claims, y'all know I speak about jobless claims a lot. Jobless claims is also a nice news event. And then that core PCE also. So Thursday definitely got some nice potential market movers coming out. Friday, we got PMI 845. That alone is able to move the market. PMI 845. That is 15 minutes after the market opens, so you might want to wait until the PMI come out, or if you get your trades, be out by 8:45. Uh, but looking at this calendar though, to me the most important days probably go from, I have to say, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. So it's literally just going backwards for me. That's probably my from importance to least importance. Thursday I would have over Friday. It depends. It just depends on what that news come out as. But I kind of look at PMI a little bit more stronger, especially since it's on a Friday. But decent week. All in all, decent week. It should bring some volatility. Hopefully, we don't be stagnant like last week news. Pretty much kept us in the middle when all that major news was supposed to come out, and they removed some news last week too. So hopefully they don't remove any news, and we can, move up, break out of this consolidation area we in right now. All right, going over to the earnings report this week. I do got this cut off a little bit, but it's okay. Um, Tuesday. So Monday, of course, option is closed. Tuesday, we got 3M coming out. Definitely like looking at their chart. Key Bank, Bancorp. That's about it for me. The names that I recognize. Now Tuesday after the close, we got Netflix. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I ain't look at Netflix chart in so long. Ever since they went over that $1,000 mark, I never looked back at them. I traded them one time over 1,000, and I ain't gonna lie, I was a little salty that I missed my longs. To break out of the break the thousands and stuff, because I've been sitting on it, was waiting on it, and when I seen it already had happened, I was a little upset and left the charts alone, man. When contracts start getting too expensive, everything, I just left it alone. But I like Netflix charts though. But Netflix, might check them out. Other than that, don't really. I mean, interactive brokers maybe. I don't know. I don't really think Netflix the only one I'd be. 3M and Netflix the main two I'll be looking for on Tuesday. Wednesday, Johnson and Johnson. What is that? It's blurry. I don't even. It say Hall Burton. I don't know. Alley. That's banks. The bank. Some of these banks still coming out. After the close, don't really see nothing other than Johnson and Johnson. That's probably the only thing. Pinnacle. I don't know. Johnson Johnson probably the only one I kind of maybe check out Wednesday. Thursday, P&G. Okay, they got P&G. I ain't never check out McCormick. Maybe you can check them out, see what their chart's looking like. After the close, Intel. I love checking out Intel. Intel. Oh, I didn't even know the GE was right here. GE appliances, I think, or whatever it is. They're right there, GE. Maybe you can check them out. But Intel, I love checking out Intel. Capital One, I don't think I ever checked out their charts. I think Thursday main ones I look for is P&G and Intel. Then Friday, nothing really. I don't got the after the close. I don't know why I didn't screenshot that part, but don't see nothing Friday. So the main ones I'm probably watching out for options It's 3M, Netflix, Johnson & Johnson, P&G, Intel. So literally the ones across this top. Okay. Now let's jump into these charts. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. So of course options close on Monday. We can still do our weekly analysis, but can't trade it. So we just have to. We kind of whenever it's closed on a Monday, I kind of just let the market do what it does on Tuesday. Then I kind of update my analysis usually. But we are going to still do the analysis, even though the market will be closed on options. So let me delete some of these. Let me delete these hourly gaps. We actually probably could have kept it, but I'm gonna delete it so y'all can see it a little clearer. But we probably could have kept them. Make it easier for us, but it's okay. I'll keep these ones down here. No, I'm gonna delete it. So looking at SPY, y'all know we always start off with SPY. Looking at SPY, overall, of course, we're in an uptrend, right? Overall uptrend. Now I don't know why I don't have this solidified level mark, but target for SPY, ultimate target is 696.09. Solidified level. Let me put the mat now. I don't know why it's not marked. Oh no, it is marked. I'm tripping. Cause we didn't pass until we got over here. So we did get it marked. Last solidified level we have is at 679.82 right here. That's our solidified low. Like we said, target is 696. Solidified level is 679. Or basically y'all can say the last solidified higher low. Now, looking at this chart, we got higher high, higher low, higher high. Then we just made a lower low on Wednesday, January 14th. We made a lower low. So we kind of broke the structure of this uptrend right here for the moment. Now it made a lower low. Don't got no signs of any green candles for a potential lower high just yet. So it's still looking for a low. It very well can just keep shooting down and come break this low. Or we might can see a green candle to try to either potentially reverse back to the uptrend or a green candle to make what a lower high to go ahead and clean up this downtrend. But right now we got all red candles. Market really ain't giving us nothing other than telling us, hey, it wants to go down. That's the only thing it's telling us. It's not telling us, are we trying to make a downtrend or what? So really don't got too much crazy insight off of this daily chart. But looking at the daily chart, what we'll be looking for, since overall it's uptrend, if you're bullish, what you want to see is one or two things. You want to either see us have a green candle coming above 696.09 and close past to show continuation, and you can take longs in, or you want to see what a green candle form. So we just need some type of green candle, okay? Then potentially make a higher low and then higher high. So we want green, say this is a green candle, then we want a red candle, and then another green candle make a higher high. It don't even have to break this high over here. Make this higher high right here. Now we switch back bullish. Then you can be looking to take them longs back to the 696 level. Okay. But right now, for the bulls, y'all honestly gotta wait almost. If it don't do it in one candle, just take the high. You gotta kind of wait 3 days. So you need a green, red, green. You know, at least 3 days before y'all get a nice entry. Other than us just pushing straight up on one day. So bulls gotta kind of wait based off the daily chart. For the bears though, on the other hand, for the bears, honestly, it's already red candles. It's telling you to look for the shorts. For the bears, what y'all will want is just, of course, a downtrend to be forming. Take it back down to this daily gap at 689.27. See if we can finally close through, close inside or close below. We can close inside. You should be looking to go to the bottom of the gap at 688.20. If we close past that, I personally would want to see it underneath 687.80 to potentially come down to 685.36 if you're looking to be bearish. Um, Literally, all the bears need is just every time the lower time frame is short, just keep taking it down to these gaps. But for the bulls, like I said, for the bulls, we need what? Some type of green candle. We can't sit here and go long off of red candles. We need a green daily candle for us to go long. Okay. So like I said, market really ain't giving us too much crazy insight. It's just saying, hey, right now we made a lower low and we still making lows because we don't got any green candles yet. We're not ready to go up. Dropping down to that hourly. Looking at the hourly, market is neutral. Like it's made low, high, low, higher high, low. So it's just sitting here neutral right now on the hourly. The hourly really ain't giving us too much either. Yeah, really ain't getting that too crazy for the hour. Like I said, for the bears though, all y'all waiting on this lower time frame, just stay downtrend and just keep taking it back down to this daily gap. See if we can finally start building base inside it to drop. For the bulls, on the other hand, whenever it do come down to this 689 level, we're looking for what? A rejection. We want to see it reject, make that uptrend off of it. But like I said, I personally will rather wait for the daily candle to give me a green candle so I can be more uh aligned with the higher time frame. Like I said, this daily candle got all red candles right now. So I'm not really too fond of going long until we get a green daily candle. Okay. But it's the same rules as we always been having. If it come down to this gap, if we can build an uptrend, look for the longs back up to all-time highs. If we come down to that gap, like I said, we've been in a downtrend right now. That's when you can take the shorts down to the gap. You can take the shorts down to the gap, see if we can close inside it and build a downtrend underneath. But me personally, like I said, I'm not too fond of taking the longs until we get that daily green. Probably, like I said, for bulls, it's probably gonna be if it don't do it in one day, like just one big green candle to take the high, it's gonna take about 2 to 3 days before you can get an entry because you're gonna need a green for a high, a red for a low, then you need another higher high. So that's 3 days right there. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days before you can really truly trust long entries. Okay. Going to QQQ should be the same thing. Pretty much same thing. Yeah, QQQ, same thing almost. Give me a second. QQQ, all these red candles made a lower low. Same thing as SPY. Really ain't giving you no entry. Really ain't giving you no setups. Other than just go short when it's a downtrend. Now it is a daily gap inside of another daily gap, which I don't like. I don't like trading like that. I would prefer if I'm looking for shorts, come below that daily gap, retest it, and then take it to the bottom down to 618 level. Then if we break that 618, retest that, look to take it down to 614. Other than that, can't really mess with it. And for the longs, I really don't want to take no longs until we above 623 on QQQ. We got to be above 623 for me to be looking to go long. Okay. Target, of course, ultimate target 636. Remove this real quick. Last solidified low. Let me change this. No, we never, yeah, we don't even got a new solidified low yet. Cause I forgot QQ hasn't got to its all-time highs like SPY has. So we still working off just higher lows right now. So the last higher low we had is at 610.15. Okay. But really, market really ain't giving too much. That's why I Tuesday when we open back up, I kinda expect us to gap. I'm gonna be honest, that's what I kinda expect us to do is a gap up or down. Cause like I said, market not really didn't give us nothing too crazy to work off of. I think we're gonna gap either up or down, but I think we're gonna gap. All right, let's go on over to MNQ. Go to this daily. Look, we even gapped on MNQ. Look, yeah, that's if we can stay down here, then SPY gonna gap down to the downside. We can stay down there. Oh, and it just made a downtrend. I just noticed that. QQQ. Let's remove some of these targets so we can clean it up some. All right, QQQ. Looking at that daily. I mean, not QQQ, MNQ. My bad, y'all. MNQ. Looking at the daily. Ultimate target, of course, because overall it's uptrend. Ultimate target is 26,649. Last solidified low at 23,516. So that's a huge range. That's a huge range before it breaks this uptrend. So it can do whatever it want to do in that big old range. About $3,000 point range. Okay. Looking at the most recent sections we got. Currently, right now, it just broke into a downtrend. Most recent thing we just did, we had high, low, high, lower low. So that just made a downtrend right now. Okay, so we just made a downtrend. We can mark out this high right here as our lower high, 25,954. Okay, so now we made a lower high. I think I'm gonna use white. Type LH, lower high. Okay, so gotta be bearish until we break that trend right here. We gotta come break this lower high. Okay, so you gotta be bearish at this point. Okay, now being bearish, we just switched to a downtrend. Now, one thing I want to point out, by it switching to a downtrend on the daily, right? What did I tell y'all last week that I do when I see market go to a downtrend? It tells me that it's going to go to a gap. Well, once it switched to a downtrend, what's immediately right after it? A gap. So, yes, this made a low, high, lower low, but it already tapped the gap. So if we don't close in this gap and start building base in it, you can expect market to reverse and go right back to an uptrend. So I will be careful right here. I wouldn't immediately get in those shorts. None of that. Just because literally this gap can be holding up to respect this higher low here. It can be looking to hold up this higher low right here at 24,887. So you got to be careful. I think if we close inside here though, I think we do take this lower high out. I mean higher low out right here at 25,265. Now I don't know if we'll come down and take this one out, but I do think we'll take this one out if we close inside this daily gap. Okay. For the bears, what do y'all want to see? Bears want to see this on the lower time frame, probably an hourly, or maybe even a 5 minute. Bears want to see this. A downtrend form underneath. They want to see a closing side this daily gap. Let me go to the 5 minute for y'all, because that's probably where y'all will see it at. They want to see a closing side this daily gap. Retest to try to go back up. And then eventually drop. I don't know why they say 0. What the? Do it always say? Oh no, I think it always say 0. Yeah, okay. But they want to see it close below 25,396. Retest of it, and then keep that downtrend underneath it. If the downtrend can stay underneath it, take them shorts all the way down to 25,675. I mean 265. Okay, that's what the bears want to see. Bulls, on the other hand, they want to see the market rejected. They want to see market touch the gap, retest the top, and then go ahead and move us back up towards the previous daily gap right here, 25,542. Okay, this is what the bulls want. Okay, that's what the bulls want. Now, like we said, market is in a downtrend on a daily. So as of now, the Bears are in control. But like I said, I personally wouldn't take the trade until I see, like I said, closure inside of the daily gap. Preferably the hourly closing inside of the daily gap, because this really can be where it's trying to bounce to go higher. You can be respecting this low right here, this daily low at 25,265. Okay, so gotta kind of be on the lookout for that, because look, we drawing it. This is what it is. This is what I'm seeing potentially. We got high, low, high, low. It'll be that next lead to that higher high. So you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful right here. Okay, but that's what we look for bulls and shorts. Pretty much just looking for either a downtrend underneath the daily gap, or basically, let me say the number. A downtrend underneath 25,004. Is that 16? No, that's the current price. 25,391. We looking for it underneath there, or uptrend above 25,391 on a lower time frame. So we battling right here at it. So you either want uptrend, downtrend underneath it, and then you taking it to first targets. So if you want a 5-minute getting in, your first target currently would be, it's a daily gap. I mean, it's a 5-minute gap right here at 427. It'll be your first target. If we can close above there, then you're looking for these highs at 469 for the shorts. If you get that downtrend underneath here, you have to look to the left and see where's the first target. Take it to that first target. We can keep going. Your ultimate target is that 265 level. Okay. Jumping over to NYM. Got a lot of stuff to delete for NYM. Hold up. And honestly, the market open half a day tomorrow for futures, not options. Like we said, options are closed. If we do trade tomorrow, it might be just straight NYM. I don't even think I'm gonna trade tomorrow. I think I'm gonna leave the markets alone. Wait till options and futures are open at the same time. But it depends though. If I just see something, I just see it. But I don't know if I'm gonna trade tomorrow on a half day. Did we mark our hourly gaps on everything? You know what? I do need to mark at least the most recent hourly gaps. I'm gonna go back to NYM. I just thought about it. I need to at least mark the most recent hourly gaps. So I'll go to the hourly. But if we gapping down, no, I ain't gonna mark it yet. I'm gonna wait till Tuesday. We'll probably do another update on Tuesday. Update analysis, because I can mark them hourly gaps on SPY, but if we gap down, it ain't gonna be worth it. Alright. But NYM, look at NYM. We consolidating like a mug right now. We made higher high, right? We made a low. Did we make a new higher high? Yeah, we made a new higher high. So this should be solidified. I don't know why I got it pink. This should be red. Let me see. Make sure it did. This high is 49,879. This high is 49,000. Yeah, we made a new high. So we got our target high to keep the uptrend going. It's set at 49,902. Solidified level is set at 49,002. Okay. So we don't want to see market go below there. We should find our trade within this range. Okay, to go back bullish. We do got just one daily gap that's above it. Did we make a new one right here? I think we just made a new one right here on Thursday. It's extremely small, but we made a new daily gap. Fair value gap at that. So, for the Bulls, what are you looking for? Yeah, and they pack up a day, even though NYM been choppy, it kind of been a smoother looking chart than QQQ and MNQ, I know. But looking at NYM, right now the most recent spot made higher high, then we made a low, then we made a high. If we make a lower low, that'd be a lower high with a lower low. That's a downtrend. I do expect it to take that low out at 49,002. If we switch to a downtrend, potentially, because it can bounce off this daily gap. It very well can bounce off that daily gap, but I would be thinking it's gonna clear that what's the name up? Clear that solidify level up, and possibly we probably see the drop come down to 48,441 before we can look to go back long. That's pretty much what we're looking for. If you're bullish, you want that bounce to happen at this 49,095 level. If we come down there, you wanted to give that rejection, bounce back up, go with the 49,400 level. If we get up there and break through, you want to take the break and retest above it and take it all the way to the all-time highs at that point. Okay. For the bears, on the other hand, let me delete this. For the bears, on the other, oh, come on, I'm trying to delete just this. For the bears, on the other hand, you want either shorts underneath that 49,400 level. So you want that downtrend form underneath it. Then you take it down to this daily gap first, then eventually to them lows. Also, another spot for the shorts is if we get down there to that 49,095 level, if we get a downtrend underneath it, you'll take it to what? The solidify level at 49,002. And if we can keep closing through there, eventually down to 49,080, 880, so forth and so forth. Okay. But the easy trade you were supposed to take, even though we don't trade on Sundays, is once it got under here, look for a downtrend form. It really didn't even give you an entry. Yeah, it didn't give you no downtrend entry other than, I guess you could say, yeah, it didn't give you it. It just dropped. It didn't even give you the downtrend. You know, so you really ain't getting no entry. But yeah, that's all we're looking for. So we've put our drawing tools on here. Put the drawing tools on there. We want longs above here. We make long. And like we said, if we make the uptrend up here, we go into the ultimate target, ultimate high. Oh, they say create limit order. Let me see something. Cause I told y'all this is new. Let me see what it do. They say the quantity is calculated on risk settings. Risk USD. Yeah, let me see. So that been, boy, 24 contract. No, not. How you reduce the limit amount of contracts? I don't know. We gonna do this. This ain't even what's supposed to be in this stream. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna figure that out in the Keith's chill stream. But yeah. Longs right there. We'll be looking for, like we said, shorts underneath it. So short underneath it. Down to the gap. And then also you can look for longs when they get to this gap. You look for the longs to go back up. Okay. Jumping over to gold. Daily. Oh my god. Gold been just Sundays on gold been ridiculous. Like, I don't know why Sunday. Let me see. So like here, this is a Sunday. It say Monday, but it's a Sunday. Then here, this off a Sunday. Then here, this is off a Sunday. Like these Sunday counts have been crazy lately for gold. But looking at gold daily, we are in a uptrend, of course. But last thing we did was make a lower low. Let me delete this. Last thing we did was make a lower low. So we're in an uptrend, but we need to establish full strength for the uptrend. So we need a higher low. But solidified level is at 4,539.3. We broke previous target which was at 4,651. So we gotta see, can we close and stay above it for the continuation to keep going higher. Right now it's looking like it because we are extremely above it right now, but you never know, it can come weak all the way back down. So pretty much bulls, all y'all want to do is see what keep an uptrend above that 4,651 level. That's all bulls want. Bears, on the other hand, y'all want to see the first downtrend we can get, take it back down to 4,651. And if we can make a downtrend underneath here, then of course take shorts down to hourly gaps or possibly this daily gap right here. But it's risky. You know, it's risky to take the short once we get underneath that 4,500 level. Oh, that ain't even a daily gap, so you can't even take it there. You just have to take it down to hourly levels, unless you think it's gonna break this uptrend completely if it come back below here. Okay, let's drop to the hourly and put our drawing tools on it. So pretty much all we looking for is just uptrend to stay above this dang gap to keep going higher. Then for the shorts, you really probably need to go to the 5-minute for the shorts because y'all need to wait till a downtrend form and then get in back down to the gap. Downtrend, back down to the gap. I mean, back down to that high. Probably be like something like this before y'all see a downtrend. Probably be like that. Okay, pretty much it. It really ain't nothing too hard to figure out for this. For gold kind of looks simple. That was your entry right here. You want to build this uptrend. This is your entry for the longs. Stop is supposed to be. I'm moving everything but what I'm supposed to move. Give me a second, y'all. This was the entry for the longs. So y'all already done pushed though. So all you doing again for the longs, now you see it's a pullback. Just waiting on the switch back bullish again. So probably right when it break this high, close past, taking it back up to that high. But that's pretty much it for gold. Alright, now we're gonna go check out these options and then we chilling. After that, we're gonna open up regular stream, chill with key stream, and we're gonna be chilling together. Alright, so going to Tesla first. Oh my goodness, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, we could have made so much money last week, but the market was teasing us. It was taking so long to play out our trades, bro. When it come to options, I'm not gonna lie. I think because I've been on futures so long that my timing was off a little bit with options. That's what I think. My timing was off a little bit with options, and we gotta get back in the group. We gotta get back in the group. Okay, Tesla. Looking at the daily, we knew it was gonna drop. We knew it was gonna drop. We got in. We actually got in them shorts. We knew it was gonna drop. But looking at Tesla overall, right now uptrend broke them highs. Um, got an uptrend, solidify level. So uptrend target is 498.55. Solidify level is 382.78. Of course, we got multiple daily gaps. Let me remove. Well, no, actually, let me turn it to white. White. Multiple daily gaps. Most recent section, we're in a downtrend. We're in a downtrend. We got low, high, lower, low. That's the downtrend. Then we made another high. Should be making another lower low, right? Should be making another lower low. I got in them dang shorts. When did I get in them shorts? Did we? What day we got? We got in on Tuesday, then. Oh no, we got in. I think we got in on. No, we got in on Wednesday. I think. Was it Wednesday? One of these days, Wednesday or Thursday was the day we got in. I had to go look on the lower time frame. Let me see. 'Cause I know we was at like 44 for a while. I think I got in on Thursday. Yeah, I got in on Thursday. Was looking for these shorts. I ain't gonna lie. I was targeting the 432. I was really targeting right here to take these lows out at 434. So my target was a little deep, but we had heavy news coming out. So I was thinking, hey, it should drop down there. But they stalled me out. They stalled me out. It was moving sideways so long the whole day that I end up cutting because I was like, I'm not finna play with zero DTE Tesla because I already bought it out the money. Right here, went sideways this whole time, 5 hours straight, just going sideways. And then right around 1 p.m., 1:30, that's when we finally start pushing down. But I already cut my trade. Like, I think when we made this high again, I cut it. Right here. When we made this high again, I cut. And literally, that's when they reversed, man. Because I cut it because I was like, man, you know what? I'll just get back in Tesla tomorrow. Because I don't, once it made that high, I was kind of expecting to come back to the top of this daily gap. Well, it dropped after one. I went on the charts no more. I go look at it. I said, dang, they literally stalled me out. So then I was gonna get back in on Friday. Then Friday I said, okay, it's dropping. It should come on down to target. I should come retest this area and come to target. But it rejected at this hourly gap and it pushed back up to the top of the daily gap. And I just said, hey, you know what? Since it got to the top of the daily gap and it's Friday, I'm not gonna mess with Tesla. I'm gonna leave them alone. Soon I say I'm leaving them alone. Look what it do. Comes straight down to the bottom there. I said, yeah, dang, bro. I said my timing with my options got to get back on track. I don't even think it was that. I think they just literally just stalled me out because we got in on a good day. Like, of course, we got in on a red counter. We just was looking for that push to go all the way down. That was all. So we got in on a good day. It just did our move too long. It took too long. Or I guess you could say we was impatient because the contract we had didn't expire to Friday, and the move did happen on Friday. So maybe we're just a little too impatient. But I just got out. I just got out. But looking at Tesla now, I still expect Tesla. I don't know what that noise was. If Tesla can get a daily close below 436, I 100% think we should be coming down. I personally think we should be coming down to 424. Um, Coming down to that 420, at least 426 down to potentially 424 to keep this downtrend intact. So what I'm looking for is Tesla below 436, create a downtrend on a lower time frame, probably the hourly or the 15. to take it down to 433. We can keep breaking through 430s, then down to that 426 level. Really, that plain and simple. That's all it is. So I'm bearish on Tesla. Bearish on Tesla right now. Unless we get a green candle come out of nowhere. And I still be bearish even if we get the green candle unless we take this high up here at 454. Okay. We can set alert there too. So I'm bearish on Tesla. Let's put our drawing tool on it. Where we looking for them shorts. Cause this was my original trade. But they stalled me out. They stalled me out. Cause I got in, like I said, I got in Thursday, so I got in up here. Got in up here, beautiful. I had a nice entry, you know, I had a nice spot. It just took a little too long, and I didn't. That's the thing. I should have went to the higher time frame. I stayed on that lower time frame. Took too long. Didn't come straight down like I wanted it to. Got out basically on this green hourly counter, this 12 o'clock counter, and literally right after it shot down. The pain I felt when I seen it come down, but it's okay. Like I said, look for the shorts. Preferably underneath this 436.80 level. I mean, we could look for the shorts up here. This would be a little bit sooner entry at 438, but it's still gonna have to try to break through that 436. So I don't know if we will want to take it up that high, you know. But we get that downtrend underneath the 436 level, possibly get in around 435, take it down to 433. We can break through 433. I'm looking for, we break through that 430, bottom of this 431. I'm looking for that 426 ultimately. Okay. That's my Tesla look. CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike did the same thing to me, except CrowdStrike, I didn't get in. It just tricked me to where I didn't get in. You get what I'm saying? It tricked me to where I didn't get in. If y'all get what I mean. So, CrowdStrike. I got so many dang alerts on this CrowdStrike. Let's hide the drawings first. CrowdStrike, just looking at the candles, we got high, well, higher high, low, high, lower low. So we got lower high right here, lower low. So now we in the downtrend full-fledged. For the downtrend, your solidified level is 477.07. Okay. Next target for these shorts is this daily gap at 442.01. Cause I don't think I see any. Yeah, that's the next target. But we gotta close below what? 449 to get down to that 442. We failed to close below it right now. So we should be seeing some type of pullback to potentially come retest and try to come back down here. Okay. Okay, so what I'm looking for is shorts. We gotta drop down to the lower time frame, but we want them shorts underneath, at least underneath this daily gap at 453. Look for it to come down, retest this 449, see if we can get that close underneath. Get that close underneath, we should be coming down to 442. Okay, so let's drop down to lower time frame, show y'all what we're looking for. Like we said, we're looking for downtrend underneath that 453 level. Come down to 449. If we can make a downtrend underneath that, we should be coming down to the 440. Between 445 to 442. Because remember, I told y'all it's a monthly gap at 445, I think. So that's what we're looking for. Put the short positioning tool. This is what we're looking for, y'all. First it'll be here, so that's a 1 to 4, but then eventually looking for that to come down to that 442. Okay. Now let's go to Let's go to NVIDIA and bring the NVIDIA up. So I think we finna start back trading NVIDIA because we've been calling NVIDIA and we ain't been getting in it. Daily NVIDIA. Looking at this daily, we got this was the break of this downtrend here. High, low, high. But then we switched right back to a downtrend and made a low, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. But then we just broke, made a higher high. And we're making some type of low. We don't know if it's going to be a higher low or a lower low. But we know we're making some type of low. The last, for this most recent downtrend, last solidified level is right here at 191.37. So we can put lower high. The level they need to go take out to keep the downtrend going is 180.80. Okay. Do we got any daily gaps in between? Yeah, we do, but I don't really want to mark them out. Too big of a gap. I just look at structure, I think. I don't really want to mark them dang gaps out over here. I just hate cluttered charts, man. I swear. Got that gap. Then we got this gap right here, but that's inside that gap. So I think I just mark this one gap, man. We ain't gonna put too much. So, for the shorts, honestly, after it made that higher high, I really don't want to take no short until we come back down, make a lower low. So, or make a lower low somewhere on here. So we gotta make low, high, lower low, then I'll get in. So for the shorts or the longs, we gotta wait on more structure to form for the video. So longs, we already got our high. We got a low. We just need a higher high, then we can get in longs. For the shorts, same thing. We got a high here, got a low, got a high. We just need to come down, make this lower low. So the only thing I'm focusing on either break of 180.80 or break above 191. But if, like I said, if we can form the trend within this trend, then I might take it. So like I said, we make that lower low, lower high, then another lower low. Then we can get in at this next lower low, take it down there. Same thing, vice versa. But it still needs some time. It still needs at least about 2 days before we can mess with it. So now let's go check out some of these earnings. So who do we say for the earning? Oh, we said 3M. Is 3M? No, not time. I know I ain't tripping. What 3M stand for, y'all? Hey, what 3M stand for? I know I ain't tripping. Because Adobe is ADB. Dang, why my brain having a fall for 3M? Is it Broadcom? No, that ain't 3M, is it? No. I don't feel like looking it up. I'm my dang brain tripping like this. Anyway, oh, I need to delete this because this don't work. Okay. Y'all give me 1 second. See about this 3M. What do first of all, what Oh, they for the tape and stuff. I ain't know that. But it say MMM is their thing. I thought I traded them before. I guess not. All right, looking at their chart. Let's look at their monthly first since we messing with these dang earnings. Monthly bullish. Dang, they went on a little run. Golly. They went on a little run right here from March 2024. They went crazy. Bullish. It might, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. 3M might can get ready to shoot up to like 270s by the dang 2027. Cause y'all gotta think. What they always say when it comes to the trends or whatever, the biggest moves is what? Following the trend, right? But this supposed to be the uptrend. This was that pullback right here. So to at least equal that pullback was from 170 down to 66, so $100 move. So if it got to at least equal that $100 move once we make a uptrend, $100 from 170 is what? 270, right? Wherever 270 is, right here. At least gotta go up there. I can see it potentially going 270s. But looking at this monthly, biggest thing they trying to see, we made our high. We closed past the previous high, right? But we failed on the retest. See, oh no, we didn't fail on the retest. Oh yes, we did. Yes, we did. My dang line didn't go on the top. See, we failed on a retest. We closed past it, but we failed on a retest. This retest had failed. Now, currently we back above. We potentially could be closing above again. And I ain't gonna lie, if we close above this time, I might swing 3M. We might swing 3M loans for the next month. Cause this will be the second close above. We might swing it. At least try to see if we can get up to like 185, 185 area. If we close above here, but that's in 11 days, so we ain't finna swing it right now. But in 11 days, if we can close above here, I'd like to swing. But if the earnings come out bad and push us back below that 164 level, then we ain't worrying about trying to swing. It's trying to potentially reverse to come down to 143. But looking at the monthly, that's what it's trying to do. It's trying to see can it stay above 164.13. Going to that weekly. We got high, low, higher, high, low, high, lower, low. But then we just made a higher high. So we could be trying to reverse, you know. We ain't gonna know this week. We gonna know if this week closed red, we'll know. Or if this week can come take this high up here at 474, then we know. Okay. Because then that'll make this solidify level down here at 158. And then we just holding it. That's if we can close past daily. So the biggest thing honestly, main thing I'm focusing on though is 174.56 and 158.60 or 158.50. Those are two spots I'm focusing on. Because if it come down here, close red, that's a lower low. Short should be strong, at least down to 155, possibly down to 147, which will possibly lead us to that 143 spot. We break this high, we make a higher high, especially if we can close past. Like I said, I can see us coming up to 182, 183 area. Solidify level down at 158. Going to that daily. It's in the uptrend right now. Let's see what we're gonna do. In the uptrend, but did give us our first red candle, or it's another red candle for a pullback. Is it gonna be a higher low? Is question. Last solidified level, or last higher low we got is a 161.05. Turn that pink alert when we cross it. course, target is this high 173. 173.06. Next target is this ultimate high of 174.69. Okay. And what day we set the earnings on? Tuesday? So literally the first day, and it's before the market, so we won't even be able to touch it. So honestly, that's good because we gonna get to see what the earnings do, and then we can decide if we want to jump in or not, depending on what the earnings do. So I'm gonna just leave this here. I don't know what I just did. What I just do when I press that thing, y'all. I don't know what I pressed, but it's okay. But what we looking for is either longs up here, up to 183, 184, or shorts underneath here, down to what we said, 155, down to 144. That's what we looking for. So long position tool up here. I don't know why it must clicking on stuff I ain't even clicking. Shorts underneath here. All right. Then let's go check out. I'm gonna bring this up because I kind of like how they charge looking for potentially for playing after earning. So I'm bring it to the top. If they come on up, alright, that ain't good playing now. Okay, then I think what's this right here? It's Intel right here. So check out Intel Daily. Y'all can see we traded Intel before. Intel solidified level. Down here at 32.89. It's of course uptrend. That's another thing. Uptrend. Got another solidified level, so I can bring it up higher. Another solidified low at 34.95. Got another solidified level at, dang, we got a lot of solidified levels. 43.89. Potentially about to be setting up for another solidified level. Now we don't got no data gap to protect this one. No data gap, so we literally just gotta have a green counter come out the blue. For this next one though, if we break that low at 43.89, we should have a gap for this next one. All these dang counters, we should. Yeah, we got some gaps. Got some gaps for this next one. So if we break 43.89, then we expecting to bounce off some of these gaps. One of these gaps. If we switch to a downtrend. If we just take it and then flip green, don't switch no downtrend, then we don't have to come down there. Okay. Ultimate target is of course these highs up here at 50.39. It's in full-fledged uptrend right now, so just the red counter signals we making the low. Just gotta see how far the low. I think Intel is later during the week. Then we say like Thursday or something. All right, let's go check out Netflix. I don't think I'm gonna trade Netflix, but I just look at their chart. Bruh, hold up. I just know Netflix ain't do a stock split on me. Oh my freaking. See, let my let my ego get mad at the dang chart and everything. I ain't even know Netflix did a dang stock split. Yeah, leave, bro. Yeah, when they did a stock split, they just did it too. When they did this. November 17th. Hey, you know what? I ain't even mad at it because you know what? I gotta see if I believe Netflix gonna go up. Cause Netflix was at 1,000, y'all. Netflix was at 1,000. So I'm gonna let it keep on dropping while I want to. But we gonna get ready to load up on some Netflix stocks. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. But I don't know. Do y'all think Netflix gonna be good in the long term? I don't know. Do we think Netflix gonna be good in the long term? That's the question. Cause it has a good run. But I personally haven't been on Netflix lately. Dang. Look at this monthly. Low, high, lower, low. Take the shorts. It's in a downtrend. You either take it to this gap here, one up down here, or take it down to this low. Oh my goodness, bruh. This probably was the easiest downfall it was. I'm tripping. I wasn't looking at nothing. I'm tripping. But looking at the monthly, it kind of look like it's finna come down to this 82. It is a monthly gap right here that it could be bouncing off of potentially though. Right here. So either this earnings needs to push it up instantly, or it's finna come down to this 81 level. So let's mark out that 81. Even though it's monthly, I'm marking it out. Okay. This the monthly too. We're gonna mark that out with yellow. Let's use purple because I don't like this bright color honestly. Let's use purple. These the monthly spots. So I'm a type monthly low. Then this is monthly gap. Okay. So now we can delete that. Alright. So it's clear as day in downtrend on the monthly right now. Going to weekly, downtrend also. Weekly target. This is a weekly gap right here at 87. Another one at 86. I'm thinking we probably finna come down and clear the 82 up, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's gonna come clear the 82 up. Going to the daily. Daily we got higher high. We did get a higher high, but we came right back, made a lower low. This is solidified low for the daily for these shorts. Daily target. Got a gap right here on daily. We got gap right here. Big gap down to 84. Then I think once it take 84, we dang near just in the clear. Alright. I'm personally thinking Tesla. I said Tesla. Netflix dropping. I think we want to get down to that 82, 81 level. But solidify level all the way up there. You could get in for this continuation, but it technically swept that low. Could get in for continuation down to 88. 87. I personally would rather see us get another green candle come up. Get another red candle somewhere up here closer to the solidified level. Then I like to get in them short. So I personally would want us to come up if we can, but I don't know if we can. I had to look at their contracts though. Like I said, I ain't been looking at their charts in so long. I don't even know how the contracts is or nothing. So Let's add it to the red list though. Add it to our list. Bring it to the top because it's probably gonna drop. And then I'm gonna call it tonight. We might do another announcement tomorrow or Tuesday, but we're gonna call it tonight. I'm about to just do our regular stream. So y'all have a good one. That's the weekly announcement for this week. And your boy Keith is out.